if you check the question, so again, I always say that rule number 1 is to read the given statement. That is the first rule. Because if you just want to understand the data set by looking, want to understand the question by looking at the data set, it can be misleading sometimes, because when you look at this problem, you may think this is a CRD or it's a randomized block design, or maybe because you knew that you are writing about chapter 3, you may assume this is a randomized block design problem. But when you read the given information here, it says the opposite. It says that you are given this information with where you have 4 provinces outlined there with 3 different designs, which are indicated by 1, 2, 3. So there is this statement, which is the key statement for this problem. 1, you are told that your blocks is what? It's clear here that you are blocking by what? By the provinces. 2, now the table below represent the mailing means. So it means whatever you see from the table, these are the means. But if you just want to look at the table without reading the given statement, you never know what is given. So rule number 1, leaders, even for the upcoming test, rule number 1 or upcoming quizzes, the first rule is to read the given statement. So now it's telling you that the given information here, these are the means where you have 2 replications per cell. So to answer this question, so the question that was being asked is to what? Analyze the data and draw conclusion. So if you only focus on this part, you will assume this is a CRD problem. But when you check at this given information, you have three summations, isn't it? There is a summation which is taking care of R. So again, it can also guide you that why are we having three summations there instead of 2. So again, it's giving you a hint that go back to the statement and check what is happening. So please don't just rush to solve the problem without understanding what is expected from you. So this is what you are supposed to do, leaders. So allow me to go to the whiteboard. Let me share this one. So I won't give you the exact answers, but I'll give you I will just give you a direction on what was expected from you. From there, we move back to Latin square design, because the main aim for today's class is to continue with Latin square design. But Mr. Luo asked me to take 15 minutes to discuss the quiz, what was expected from the quiz. So allow me to share this one, and then I give you the. Can you please let me know if you are able to see my screen? Are you able to see the screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, and again, your class rep told me that you are failing to view this shared on the content. So I'm told that you're supposed to install Windows Journal. There's an app called Windows Journal. So I'm told that for you to be able to open the document that I shared with you on the content, where for the handwritten notes, you need to install Windows Journal, then it will open. So without Windows, the reason why that file is not opening is because it needs the Windows Journal app. So it's free. You can just connect and then you go to Windows, the app you download, and I think it will open. So please note that. Sorry for even myself. I was surprised when my class rep was telling me that it's not opening. Later on, I noticed that I was told that it needs the Windows Journal for you to open the file. So feedback. Given, so you're told that the province the block, and then design is the what? Is the how many designs do we have? We have 3. How many blocks do we have? We have 4. Now the replications. Replications R is equal to 2. So it means your N is 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2, which is TBR, right? And it's what? Mathematicians, what are we getting here? It's not 24. So it means your N is 24.
24.
So there are 2 ways of yes, thank you very much. There are 2 ways of dealing with this problem when coming to the formula. So rule option, maybe there are more than one options. Ne? Option 1, convert the means to totals. Convert all the values to totals. How are we going to do that, guys? Convert all the values to totals, because you are given the means for each and every cell. Convert the means to totals. How are you going to do that? Leaders, are you there? Are you still there?
You multiply the means
So
by 2.
if you do that, yes, you multiply all those given values there by 2, and by doing that now, you will find the what? You will find the totals of each cell. So if you do that, it means now you can use these formulas in the SST for the treatment. You say summation of yi dot squared divided by t divided by br multiplied by y dot squared divided by tbr. You know these things. So you can use that formula, provided, I'm saying option 1. I'll get to option 2, SSB, same procedure, as long as now those values are totals, or you can also use this other one, divided by TR minus y dot squared divided by TBR. You know these things, guys. It's not something new. Sorry, there's an R missing here. Because those are totals, SS model. We agreed this one is also given by double summation of Yij dot divided by R minus Y. So that one, it will be possible provided you did what? You converted the values, those means to totals. Now you can move with these formulas like this. And then now you can move to SSB by T, right? Because you have all that information. Minus SS treatment minus SS block. The last one now is SS total. This one, if we check, based on the given table, it was not possible for you to find this part. Based on a given table, it was not possible for you to get this part. But if you check from the question itself, this is given. That part is given because he knew that if you want to use that table, you won't be able to do what? To find this part. That's why I tried to give you the triple summation of Yijk squared. And the last one is SSE. This one, now it was, this one is obvious. You can find this one. So now let's move to option 2 without the waste of time. Let's move to option 2. So those are some of the things that we're supposed to do. If you go to option 2, I gave you option 1, option 2 of solving that problem is to use the means. Use the means. To find SS treatment is the same as BR summation of tau I hat squared. So it means here, remember, tau I hat is given by yi dot bar minus the general mean, isn't it? Or if you want to find SS blocks, this is the blocks, is TR BJ, remember? So it's up to you. Oh, sorry. This is the head. J. This is given by Y dot J dot bar minus Y bar dot. So the one that it is time consuming, the one that is time consuming is SSAB by T. This one, if you use the means, is time consuming. So I will advise you that if you want to find block by treatment, you need what? The totals. But I can give you the formula to do this. It's R summation of, I think it's Y ij dot I think it's that mean minus yi. This one is time consuming, to be honest. I want to be honest with you. Minus y bar dot j. So this formula is going to take a lot of time. I think it's squared here. So this is another option that you can use if you are given that type of a problem. If you feel like this formula is quicker, try it. I think it's going to work. Or the other one. So it will depend on the type of question. You can use this to find SS treatment. This one you just find what? If you have four treatments, it means we will have 4 taus, isn't it? And then you just square them, you multiply it by BR. To find SS block, you can use that formula there. And the SSE and the SST and SSE, the procedure is still the same. Any question, leaders? So I want you guys to go and try. It doesn't mean that if you didn't write the right things, you have to give up. You have to know how to do these things. What if something like this is there in the test? So you must go back and try to solve the problem with the hint that I've given you. Any question?
Sir,
Yes.
when
I'm
we are
listening, my brother.
configuration, are we supposed to use the means that we were given?
Sorry?
My network.
You are breaking.
I think I have a
No, I
question.
can hear you now.
Yeah, I was saying, if and one question, they say use Duncan, so are we supposed to use the means that we were given there?
Or based on the question. The question was saying, let me check. Sorry. Oh, it was not specific for what?
Yeah,
I think which one, when you were testing, which one did you? Because I said you may be asked to perform pairwise comparison for the treatment or for treatment block by treatment. So what was your conclusion for the blocks for B by T?
nah, I made a mistake, so like,
Can
my
someone share
confusion
with
won't
us the
matter right
answers?
now.
When testing for block by treatment, what was your decision? Did you reject or fail to reject? Guys, are you with me? What was your decision when testing for B by T? Did you reject or did you fail to reject? Yes,
We failed
Manuel.
to reject. Failed to
You failed to
reject.
reject. When testing for the treatment, what happened?
Reject HZ.
When testing for the treatment, you rejected, right? So it means because if you can check this question, it says perform pairwise comparison if necessary. So it was necessary for what? For the treatment. So he wanted you leadership to perform pairwise comparison for the treatment, which are the three designs. So you are here, the means for the design. Do you understand, my brother? So for B, you are supposed to have totals there. You find the new means. How are we going to do it? I'm not talking about special quiz now. I'm giving the feedback. I don't know. That one you have to ask Mr. Bo. It's Mr. Bo's quiz, right? It's not mine. Chris, was the quiz difficult? Was this quiz difficult?
No, sir, but it was long. It was very long. It needed
But what you wrote is
time.
correct. What you managed to write is correct.
I didn't finish, sir.
No, I mean if so here's the deal. If people are complaining about time and then everything that they wrote is correct, we'll see what to do. It means they failed to get total because of time, right?
Yes.
So we'll treat the case in a different manner. We'll see. So, but you had the formulas with you, right? Were you able to, did you use the formula sheet? Did you have the formula sheet? Sorry? So, and before I forget, there's an announcement here. My class rep is not reminding me. The request, one of the requests from you guys, you remember you had some demands. You told my land manager that you are demanding 1, 2, 3. So he gave me one that I must share with you. The other ones he said he will come back here and report. So for the upcoming test, you will have the formula sheet. That's what he said I must tell you. The upcoming test, the formula sheet will be there. So, but my advice is don't relax because the formula sheet will be there. The formula sheet is not going to carry answers. Like now, you are having the formula sheet, right? But did it make you to pass the quiz? So the formula sheet is not like it's a passport of passing an assessment. You must also do your part. Do you get it, guys? So the formula sheet will be there. That is what he said I must share with you. I know it's not the only demand or request that you suggested that day, but this one he said I can tell you in advance before our assessment. So for test 2, you will find the formula sheet. But I repeat, the formula sheet is not what the answers. Like saying if we have the formula sheet, it means everyone is going to pass. No. Also do your part, guys. Not every question will be based on the formula sheet. You don't need you don't need what? You don't need a formula sheet to answer a theoretical question. You see? So please do your part. And again, I'm trying here to show you different angles of solving these problems. Like, for example, I'm giving you other formulas that you can use. So there's no way that from my formula sheet, you will find something like this. I cannot say the formula to calculate the treatment. Maybe I do something like this. There's no way I can do that. It's good to say it now. I cannot say that the formula to find the treatment is given by this formula here, or is it? Sorry. I cannot say the formula for finding the treatment is, or you can also use this one. Or BR minus. You may find that this is the one that is given, right? But not this one. So we have to be fair here. When you ask for the formula sheet, you may find that you are given this one. It doesn't mean that because someone wants to use this one now, we must provide this one. So please, let's work together there. That's why I'm saying giving you the formula sheet is not like we're giving you the answers. You must still continue doing your part. So any question concerning the quiz, guys? I want to move to the chapter 5 now. Any question concerning the quiz? So for the B part for the quiz, you are performing Duncan multiple range test for the treatment. Why? Why the treatments? Because you rejected A0, right? So that's why you are asked to perform pairwise comparison for the treatments. Any question or any clarity? I want to move now. So no question. It's fine. Now let's move to our chapter 5. Let's recap. Now we're done with the quiz. There are no questions concerning the quiz. I don't know, Nkadiming, I don't have the solutions. I think the solutions that with Mr. Wall. My responsibility was just to give you an idea on how to solve the problem. So I think the best way, because now you know what was expected from you, you can try to redo the problem. By doing that, you are practicing, guys. You are writing next week. So you can just take the quiz, go to that quiz, rewrite the quiz, go and consult. I think by doing that, you'll be able to give you the solutions. So allow me to continue, Mr. Kadiming and other leaders. So let's recap Latin square. So question number 1. What is the difference between this one I'm referring to? It's not LSD. It's not the LSD like least square difference. Can someone answer that question, please? What is the difference between Latin square design and randomized block design? What is the difference between the two? Class rep? Class rep? Yes, Marulek.
Latin square has 3 factors or more than 2 factors, and then the randomized block design only has 2 factors.
Okay. What are the similarities between the two two designs? Let's go, guys. Yes, I'm listening, Malaga.
They both have blocking factors, and then they both have
blocking factors.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's fine. I think you are getting to my why I want. See, if you're having blocking factors, so what was the reason for us to move from randomized block design to Latin square? Let's maybe take it that way. What was the reason? What did we add for it? What did we add for it to become Latin square?
There are 2 blocking designs in Latin square.
There are 2 blocking factors, right?
Yes.
While randomized block design is having what? 1 blocking factor. That is very, very important. That is very, very important. So now you manage to find that difference. So now I want to come with this one. What is the difference between standard Latin square design and Latin square design? This is the next question now. What is the difference between Latin square design and standard Latin square design? What is the difference there? What is the difference there? Please unmute your mic. What is the difference, guys?
Standard Latin code design, the letters are arranged in ascending order, whereas the Latin code they are just assigned randomly.
So please, the statement is incorrect. Is incomplete. The first statement is incomplete. There's something that you omitted there. Can you please check the comment from memory? Standard Latin square design. The first row and the first column are arranged in alphabetical order. You understand leadership? That is the difference between the two. But the other one, the what? It's not a must for the first row and the first column to be arranged in what? In alphabetical order. Now, the third one now. These things, guys, they're connected. These things are connected. The third one now is, or let me call it number 4. When coming to randomization, what is the difference between CRD and randomized block design? When focusing on randomization, what is the difference? What is the difference between CRD and randomized block design? Let's go, guys. How do you apply randomization when you are dealing with CRD? And how do you apply randomization when you are dealing with randomized block design? These are the questions. Let's go, guys. Remember, when you come up with an experiment, guys, this is what you do. For CRD, you'll have what? You'll have what? Experimental units, right? Sorry. These are the experimental units here. And then you'll have what? You have the treatments, right? Treatments. It can be A, B, C. You do the randomization from what? For CRD, you apply randomization from what? You apply randomization from the experimental unit, because these are the experimental units. That's where you do the randomization. So for CRD, randomization is done from the experimental unit, while for randomized block design, you'll have the experimental unit. But before you do the randomization, you apply what? You bring in what? The blocks, isn't it? You bring in the blocks. Suppose we have 2 blocks. You say block 1, block 2, isn't it? We have what? Now we have the treatments. Treatments now. Let's say we have 3 treatments. So I want you to answer this question. From each and every block, we must have the same treatment, A, B, C. I said, yes, still have what? Experimental units. So I said for CRD, randomization is done from the experimental unit. Because let's check my question. My question is saying, when focusing on the randomization, what is the difference between CRD and randomized block design? Your comment must be based on randomization. So looking at the next page, for randomized block design, you have the experimental unit. Before you can apply randomization, you first introduce what is called what? You first introduce the blocks, isn't it? Before you can apply randomization, you do what? Number one, you block. You block by what? You have the blocks there. So where are you going to do the randomization? Where will you do the randomization? Is it from the experimental unit or from the each block? That's the question. Where will you do randomization if it's randomized block design? Will you do it from the experimental unit, or you will do the randomization from the blocks?
From the blocks and from the treatment.
No, as long as you are assigned to the treatment, you are done with what? With randomization. So what is the difference between the two, Christopher? Looking at the randomization, for CRD, randomization is done from what? It's done from the experimental units, right? But when coming to the blocks, randomized block design, randomization is done from each what? From each block. So understand the difference between the two. So because I have noticed something that you guys you tend to explain, say that the theory is difficult, but some of the things just have to think. The last one, which was there on my special test, and I thought is the easiest question. I think one of the leaders saw it. He was in my office. There was a question which was saying, explain. The question was saying, because this also covers your scope. Explain the design of experiment principle. You complete that principle that is not discussed under CRD. What is the first thing that we have to know there? What is the first thing that we are supposed to know? You must first know what are the three basic of experimental design. Can someone help us with that one? This was the special question. It was there on my special test. I said, explain the design of principle that is not covered under CRD. What are the principles of experimental design? So if you don't know the principles, there is no way that you know what I'm talking about. What was the question, guys, of what was the answer for that question? Can you please give me the principles first? What are the principles of experimental design? Please list them.
Plan the experiment.
Let me give you a hint. There are only three basic principles of. Don't confuse the processes of conducting an experiment and the principle of. There they are, my brother. No, one of them is wrong. Academic is treatment part of the principles.
No, it's not.
What are the
It's
three basic principles of
replication, actually.
experimental design?
It's replication, randomization, and blocking.
You see? So it's the three basic principles were randomization. So I expect everyone to know this. Or two. replication, and 3, blocking. So let's check my question. My question was saying, explain the design of experiment principle that is not discussed under CRD. Which principles from the 3 were applied under CRD? I just gave an example now. Which principles were, the answer is here. Which principles
Randomization.
were applied under from the 3? You applied randomization and what?
And replication.
And replication, isn't it, Christoph?
Yes.
You applied randomization, and because you are going to repeat the processes when you're assigning what? Those values to each treatment. So the 3 principles is randomization, replication, and blocking. But my question was saying, I didn't say define the 3 basic principles. I said explain the design of experiment principle that is not discussed under CRD. What was I looking for, guys? What is the answer? What were you supposed to explain? The
Blocking.
answer is here on the screen. You're supposed to explain blocking, isn't it? Because when you deal with randomization, CRD, you will apply this one and 2. Number 3 is not applied. So what the question was saying, indicate the principle which is blocking. Now, why define what is blocking? Well, explain why do we have to block. You see? So when you read the question, please, understanding is very, very important. Another question, it was saying, with the aid of an just use an example to explain how will you conduct an experiment. I said 5 marks. Come up with any example that can help you to conduct an experiment. What are you supposed to apply? It means you must explain that question. I'll share the question paper. Né? It was not difficult. You must know the what? The 6 processes. The 6 processes of experimental design. Where you say you plan, you design, you do what. I didn't ask the person to list them. I said use those 6 processes to just give me an example. And when you're giving an example, try to apply those 6 processes. The answer was, you can also use what? The class example. The one that I've been talking about, the one of teaching methods. Come up with a scenario where you will indicate that now I want to do this. This 1, 2, 3 is needed. But it's fine, I will share the question paper with you. So don't lose marks for theoretical questions. Don't lose marks. I tried, if you can check, I tried to give you a hint on some of the questions that you don't have to memorize. You must know when you ask the question like this, what are we looking for? So now the last one can be, give me an example of a standard Latin square design where you have 4 treatments. A layout of a Latin square design, standard Latin square design where when you have four treatments. How will the design look like? How will the design look like? A standard one now. What is the first thing that you have to do? You are asked to give an example. Give an example of, of standard Latin square, the standard one. Standard Latin square design where t is equal to 4. What comes to your mind, guys, when you want to come up with the layout? What is the first thing that we have to do? What is the first thing that we're supposed to make sure that is correct? I'm saying the standard one Latin square design where t is 4 You must know that we have a what? It's a t by t design, isn't it? So whatever you're going to come up with, it must be what? It must be a square. So immediately when I say 4 treatments, you can name them what? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Because I said standard Latin, it's a must that the first row and the first column must be what? Must be in alphabetical order. That is the definition. From there you feel what? You feel the other cells. But make sure that each letter appears once and only once in each row and each column. So I prepared some notes for you here. I want us to do an example. Based on my explanation now, I want us to do an example. Or any questions so far? Feel free, guys. Some of the things you won't have time to go back to practice because now we are writing tests, right? Some of you are writing today. Again, you are writing on Friday. So please, if you don't understand something, we can use this time as what? The time to prepare for the upcoming test. You can also use this time to do that. So I'm trying to share the notes. Ngadimeng? Ngadimeng? Let's look at this example, guys. A team of educators were interested in determining the relative effectiveness of instruction methods represented by A, B, and C. So the main reason for these guys to come up to this team of educators to do this experiment, their focus was what? The effectiveness of the what? Of the IQ and the age of the
Sir,
student.
sir,
Yes.
you were
Yes.
reconnecting. You were out.
I was out.
Yes, immediately when you started to explain this thing.
Oh, sorry. It's fine. Because I cannot see the other screen. It's fine. Thank you for that. And you cannot see the whole thing. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see the word document.
The word, thank you, it's fine. So I was saying here, what I was saying is that here's the question related to Latin square design. It says a team of educators who were interested in determining the relative effectiveness of instruction methods. I just wrote this part now, now. So if you can check, these educators, their focus is towards to what? To check the effectiveness of the instruction method. So this is what that treating, isn't it? So it means your treatments are 3, based on A, B, and C. And I said, when you're given a problem, always the letters will represent the treatments. When you're given the question, it's easy to identify the Latin square problem. Whenever you see letters, you know that those letters represent your treatments. Yes, but I don't have control of that one, my brother. The way you're complaining, as if I'm doing it deliberately. It's not me, it's not work. It's not me, my brother. It's not work. Now you can hear me, right?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so I'm saying based on this problem here, you must first check what is your treatment. And I said the treatments are represented by the letters. When you're given a problem, it's easy to identify a Latin square design. When you see letters, you know that letters represent the treatments. And then because it's a Latin square design, you must know what is being used to block. They block by, in this case, we're blocking by IQ and age. These are our 2 blocking factors, IQ and age. So since we have 3 treatments, it means under the blocks we will have what 3 options. And under each block we will have 3 options because we have three treatments here, treatment A, B, C. So it means even under IQ, you will have 3 options. Under age, again, you will have 3 options. Let's check the data set. Yes, I think this data set is from your study guide. Here's the data, guys. IQ is what? IQ is the column. Age is the row, isn't it? Age is the row. Age is the row. So we have how many blocks? We're blocking by the row and we're blocking by the column. I said the letters represent the treatment. So if you check these numbers here, or let me write these numbers. Can someone copy the numbers down? Let me go to the whiteboard so that it can be effective. Can someone copy these numbers down together with the letters? please copy this number so that I can go to the whiteboard and write so that you understand. Musibudi, class rep.
Sir.
Is this the class? Oh, it's Musibudi. Are you fine?
Yes, I'm okay, sir.
Okay, it's fine. If you are fine now, I'm also fine. Class rep. Are you done copying the values? It's in my class rep here. Is Mr. Manyama here? Pumulo. Chris. Chris,
Yes, sir.
are you done copying the values?
No, just 2 seconds.
The reason why I called your name is why the attendance is not good. What is happening?
Yes, I'm done, sir.
Why people are not here? What is the reason?
Yeah, that one I don't know.
Anyone who's having an idea or suspecting something?
They just collected their computer science script. They got zero, so they are stressed.
Oh, sorry for that. But I know they will be fine. So an example CRD of example of Latin. Let me use it. In our case, we have Chris, give me those values. Right, IQ. IQ is measured by high, average, and low, isn't it? The age is what? It's 20, 30. Sorry. 30 and what? And 40. The age.
40.
Thank you. Don't mute your mic, my sister. Let's go. Give me the values which are in line with 20 and the total, please.
40.5.
40.5 together with the letter there.
C.
C. Let's go.
40.4 B.
The C1, the low.
50.4 A.
What is the total for age of 20?
131.3.
Yes, let's go to the second row.
70.8 B.
Yes.
30.2 A.
Yes.
55.5 C.
Yeah.
156.5.
The other one, just give me the numbers. You don't worry about the letters.
20.3 A.
Don't worry about the letters.
70.8.
The last one.
25.25.
So there are 5 total.
116.35.
What is the total for the row? For the column? The first column for I?
131.6.
Yes. The second one?
141.4.
The last one?
131.15.
Like this.
Yes.
The general total. You can add
404.15.
404.15. This y dot dot dot. So now, guys, we have the what? We have this table. Oh, sorry. Means I must write on the side now. I wanted to write this using different colors. We have C, B, A. We have B, A, C. We have A, C, B. So if you can check this, guys, these are what? These are the totals for row, right? Or age. You can say row or age. These are the totals for. Sorry for that. I'm not canceling the values. These are the totals for the IQ or column. But now we need what? The totals for the treatments. We need the totals for the treatments. How many treatments do we have? We have 3, right? Represented by A, B, and C. So what you are going to do, now you trace. If you want to find the total for A, you trace where is A. For example, let's check this one. Let's say you want to find the total for A. You are going to say 20.3 because it's attached with A, 30.2 because it's attached with A, 50.2. You add these 3 and you write what? You write its total here. So let's do that, guys. Are you able to see the document? So let's find the total for A. Find the total for A. The total for B. Wherever you see a number attached to B, you add everything. You add those numbers and give me the total for A, B, and C. That's how you find the what? That's how you find the sum for the totals. The sum for the treatments. So please do that. Anyone who's having the answer? What is the total for A?
100.9.
I'm told this 100.9. For B,
13.
sorry, my sister,
36.45.
you are breaking. I'm not sure if it's my network or it's your network. The thing is what, my sister?
It's 136.45. 136.45.
Okay, 136.45. And for C,
166.8.
166.8. So let's check now. Let's do the calculations. We have the totals. We have what we need, right? Now let's do this info. Let's do this problem. Let's solve the problem. Let's start with the treatment. Let's start with the treatment because it's what we're having, right? So someone can ask, how will our ANOVA table look like? Or what is the model? Because that's where our focus is on. What? We have 2 blocks and 1 treatment. When we write the model, this can guide us, right? That we can have a model which is Yijk, which is the first one can be mu plus tau I plus beta j plus rho k plus eij. Tau I in this case represent what? What is on the ice? Remember this one, we said this can be what? This can be the rows, this can be the column, and this can be what? The cells, isn't it? What is inside each and every cell. So treatment, isn't it? So whenever you say tau I, you are finding the taus for what? For the rows. Column is goes with J. The last one is row K. This one is the one which goes with what? In this case, it will be the one going with the treatment. So if I say SS row is the same as SS age, right? Because what is on the row, based on our equation, let's check it. What is on the row is what? Is the age. What is on the column is the IQ, right? So when we write here, we'll say, oh, sorry. We'll say 1 over T summation of yi dot squared divide, we are dividing by T here minus y dot squared divided by what? T squared. The good thing about this design is the formulas don't change that much. SS column, which is SSIQ, is also given by 1 over T summation of y dot j dot squared minus y dot squared over T squared. The treatment now is SS treatment, which is given by 1 over T again, summation of y dot k squared minus y dot squared over T squared. If you can check, you are not worried about the left side of the formula because all these 4 formulas, you are dividing by what? You are dividing by T. All these formulas, the 3 you can check, the only difference is to be the totals that you'll be using from each and every what equation here. The only part that is different is what? The totals that we'll be using. So can we please find the SS treatment based on my explanation? Let's find SS treatment. Which totals are you going to use? You will use these values, right? For SS total, you will use this one. For SS age, you use the totals for what? You use the totals for age. SS column, you use the totals for column. So please write these formulas now, and so that I can project the what? That table. I want you to give me the information of these three sum of squares. Please, let's do that. If you are done, please let me know. Just copy the formulas down, or let me also give you the total. The total is the normal one. Let me also give you the total. The total will be given by SSTO. The error, you know, is SS total minus everything. So SSE is the easiest. You know that SSE is given by SSTO, SS treatment, SS row, SS column. So please, this is what you're supposed to calculate. So let me. You have to find SS total, SSE, SS row, SS column, SS treatment. Using those formulas. From there we're done. Because even the degrees of freedom of these three, row, column, and treatment, is the same. It's T minus 1 for all of them. So constructing an ANOVA table for a Latin square problem is the easiest. Are you done copying the formulas, guys? Guys, we're left with 14 minutes because we didn't go for break. Musibudi, she said she's fine. She doesn't want a break today. So it means we have to stop at 20 past. Musibudi said they don't have the need the break. Are you done copying the formulas? Can I go to the data set? Please, guys, talk to me.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We are done, sir.
Please, talk to me, please. Because if you're quiet, I don't know if I'm disconnected or what. So here's the thing, guys. Please, as I'm saying, this is the easiest design. That is straightforward. You don't have to stress yourself, and it's easy to identify if the problem is a Latin square design. The numbers are even guiding you there. So let's find SSH, SSIQ, SS treatment, and the total, please. Use that information. If you have a question, let's work together. If you are if you are confused, please let me know so that I can help you. If you are confused on what is happening, free will help you. If you want the total for the treatment, let me know so that I can scroll, or I think it's possible. Let me just take it down a little bit. You can also see the totals for the treatment, right? Leaders?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
While you are doing that, Chris, I saw your comment where you were saying, are we having a special quiz? Well, what do you mean by that?
Oh, I was asking about what you mentioned that you'll see what you'll do about those who couldn't submit.
You couldn't submit, not you didn't finish.
Yes.
You didn't submit or you didn't finish. Which one is the correct one?
Yes, I don't know how to put it. I couldn't
Did you
submit
submit?
because
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
no,
I
I
don't want the
didn't.
reason. Christopher, you didn't submit. I think the answer is more than enough. You didn't submit. So my advice to you guys is, um, since you know now, Christopher, that you are having a situation, make sure that if we happen to give you another quiz, you should be the first one to submit, because you know already that you don't have the mark of what, of the previous quiz. You really need what, the marks for any quiz that maybe we may decide to give you. So my advice will be, Christoph, make sure that if we happen to give you another quiz, make sure that you are the first one to submit to avoid problems. Do you get it, Christoph? You don't have to panic. The problem is you guys, you panic too much.
Yes, sir.
When coming to the quizzes, don't panic. As I'm saying, make sure that if we happen to give you another quiz, make sure you submit it. Because if we decide to take the best two and you wrote only one, you see you are disadvantaged, isn't it? But if you wrote three, we take the best two, we are safe, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
if you gave four, we try to take the best three, you are safe because you know you can eliminate the one that you didn't submit, or the one that you submitted but they didn't do well. But if we some of the students wrote four, when you were able to submit two, and we decide to take the best two, it's going to affect you unless if you got everything right for those best two, for those two quizzes. So please, guys, if we happen to give a quiz with Mr. Lvo, we understand your situation, the issue of load shedding and all these things. Assessments which are done online, that tricky, we know, issues of network and all these things. So we cannot say we don't know about these challenges that we are facing. We know, but let's work together. Let's work together so that please, when we give a next quiz, make sure that if we fail to submit this one, make sure that the one that is coming, if it is still coming, you nail it. Can we continue? We're left with 10 minutes. Do you have the answers now? Do you have the answers? Can someone find SS total for us? SS total, you just square all the given values minus the grand total squared divided by t. Can someone square all these values? Whatever you find minus 4 of 4.15 squared divided by t by t, which is 3 by 3, is 9. Anyone who's having SSTO? Guys?
So I'm getting
Can I get
2731.
is the SSTO or SST?
Yes. TO.
Okay, so let me go to, and as I've indicated, guys, the Windows Journal. I can share the notes with you, but if you don't have Windows Journal, I think the notes won't open. I want to share this note with you guys, so that if you want to refer, you don't really have to go back to the recording. If you don't need the recording, you only need the notes. So just try to, someone, can you please try to install Windows Journal, so that when we meet on Friday, you can update us if you are able to open the document or not. So please, SSTO, I'm told is what? Is what, Mr. Chris?
2731.2122.
2731, like this.
Yes. 0.2122.
What are you getting? The other guys, what are you getting? Are you getting the same answer? Please open your mic. I cannot see the charts.
Yes.
SS treatment. Let's go.
So 725.
Yes. 725 point.
725.3038.
SS column or row?
SS row 274.
274.
5072.
Are we getting the same answers, guys? If Chris is wrong, please let's correct it now. Column
22,367.
SSE
1709.
point.
034.
Guys, what are you having? Are you having the same values? I cannot see the chart. Please open your mic.
Yes, sir.
ANOVA, we have the source of variation. Thank you very much. Seems like everyone is agreeing with what Chris is having. So you are going to test for the treatment. You will also test for the row. You also test for the column, error, and total. For the sake of space, sum of squares, we can take them from there. Or let me start with what? The degrees of freedom. The degrees of freedom of row, column, and treatment is t minus 1. So what is the answer? And for the total is t squared minus 1. The degrees of freedom of row, column, and row is t minus 1. What is the degrees of freedom of treatment? How many treatments do we have?
3 minus 1.
T equal to 3, right? 3 minus 1 is what, my brother?
2.
The degrees of freedom of oh, this one is not clear. The degrees of freedom of row, it will be what? Yes. What degrees of freedom of row? I cannot hear you guys. What degrees of freedom of column?
2.
What degrees of freedom of total?
2.
Total.
Oh,
It's 8.
8.
8.
Degrees of freedom of error, you know how to find it,
2.
right?
It's
The
gonna be
degrees of
2.
freedom of error is every 8 minus the other 3. So sum of squares, you have it, right? Sum of squares, you can complete that column of sum of squares. There are the values. Can I write this one because I will need it soon? For the sake of space, guys, but you must write the values there. You write these values where they are supposed to be. This is the total, you write it here. The treatment, the row, you write them where they're supposed to be. And then you find them MS, right? I'm interested on the F part. What is your F? What is 17.09 divided by 2? Give me the error, the MSE. Let's finish, guys. We're left with 4 minutes. Leaders, are you still there?
MSE is going to be 854.517.
Yes, please. You know that even for the treatment row and column, you must first divide by what? By the thing, isn't it there? So I'm interested in the F part. These other ones you can find them. F part is what? Can you please give me the first value for the treatment? F for the treatment is what? But it's fine. Give
0.42.
It's fine, my brother. You know what we can do? Give me the MS treatment. Well, seems like people will be confused and they will blame me in a later stage that you are the one who skipped some of the values.
MS treatment is 362,653.
362.653.
653.
64. It's fine. The next one. Help him, guys. 274.5074 divided by 2.
137,254.
Yes, the last one, my brother.
11,184.
The first F.
The first
Again, by doing this, you are practicing. Sorry? I'm listening, my brother. It's 0 point something, this one, isn't it? Let's go.
$0.42.
The row. Is the issue
0.161.
the last one? I think this one will be 0.0. This one. I'll check if the figures are correct.
0.013.
So this is what we have, guys. So the good thing about this design, when you go to the F table, if you can check that degrees of freedom are the same, isn't it? You have to test for the treatment, for the rows, and for the column. But the good thing about this treatment, the experiment, is that when you go to the table, you only go there once. We check the degrees of freedom of 2 and 2. From there, we test. So my task will be, I want to give you a task before Friday for those who are not doing the sampling, because I know tomorrow you want to invest it to what? To prepare for sampling. Duncan, the only difference is what? Is when coming to the standard error. It's given by the square root of over t. So when you want to use Duncan or student Newman curls, in a case where you want to do pairwise comparison, the other steps are the same, except what? Except when you get to the standard error. Checky. But this will do it on Friday. So on Friday we're meeting, guys, because we lost the class yesterday and again. Oh, this is also applicable for, but for Checky, let me write it. Q T degrees of freedom of error. This is not error, guys. Multiply by the square root of MSE over T. I thank you. So it's fine, guys. Let's stop here. I will confirm your answers if indeed, because I noticed that we're failing to reject for all those things that you gave me there. So it means it won't be necessary for us to do pairwise comparison. But what is important now is to know the procedure of finding an ANOVA for Latin square design. So I'll look for a question before Friday. Friday we're meeting at 7:30. I'll look for a question which we are going to reject what? The treatment, so that it can lead us to do what? The pairwise comparison. I thank you. Enjoy.